kita sambung lagi Outpost tu. Tak boleh dengan masa kita try nak habiskan. Dah lama aku Consider yang mana cakap Consider aku New planet Uni.
Commander, omnipresent high voltage detected.
Go there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access.
What?
All the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see. Folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure.
The landing pads literally right there.
Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you. Which means you might be just the help Exemplar Simon's been waiting for.
What possibly made you think I'm here to help you people?
When you put it like that, I don't suppose there is any objective reason. Still, if you're willing to try, I'm sure the Exemplar could offer you some kind of enticing incentive.
Alright. Where do I find him?
He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. In the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach and I'll power it down for you. If it isn't my new favorite operator. Should you ever need to exit the station, just approach the gate, and I can open it for you.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Lalang cukup yang
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. I am Exemplar Simon, head of research at this station. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager yet profound portion of the universal equation. How may I be of service?
What's the universal equation
That is not a simple question, though I might try to explain it like this. There is an equation for calculating gravity, yes, and the speed of light, and skip drive coordinates. The universal equation uses the purity of mathematics to solve the entire universe. For example, by deciphering the storms of Praetor, we learn invaluable aspects of other phenomena.
What do you mean?
Originally, the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. That is the only reason Anti or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Accents shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. If they aren't realigned, the failures will catastrophically cascade.
And you need me to realign that.
Wonderful. In order to recalibrate a tower, you must find the malfunctioning panel inside their control room and reset it. And to speed you along, I can offer a unique incentive. Driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with each tower you align, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorized, and I would happily share them with you. Indeed. When aligned, each tower fills a capacitor I've modified, which provides me with enough electrical accumulation to fabricate a handful of these explosives. Unfortunately, the capacitors are only able to hold the charge for mere moments before failing catastrophically. Thus, I'm limited in production by the 5 capacitors that remain. So, for each tower you align, I am able to fabricate a handful of these electron explosives, the sum of which I shall share with you. That is fantastic news. I'll begin fabrication as soon as you've aligned each tower, and so I shall have the explosives ready for you upon your return.
Udah record kan? Oh sekejap, aku lihat galeri. Kita mission untuk ini aja.
Ralph is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Tai, yes.
Looks like a fight!
Emergency protocols ready.
Armed and ready. Always crabby. Pop in the claw. Look alive, man. Hey, I hit the enemy.
This gun sucks.
Got a mean streak.
Syringe is primed. Providing a host.
Recalibrate.
That's one tower recalibrated. Exemplar Simon better be happy.
Yes, sir. Medical weapon. Let's try apa dia? Ammo dia mana?
You're about to enter territory controlled by Auntie's choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a Raptidon.
That reporter's gotta be nearby. Ain't keen to jump to conclusions, but I think I got a notion of what we're doing here.
I'm Orland Crawford, the outsourced but never outmatched wartime correspondent for the ACS Undisputed Claim. You must be the grafted soldier, here to show us all what you can do.
The name's Inez, and yes, Willard Conan sent me to help you with some sort of... I don't know what, exactly.
Now, let's not skip on introductions. Who is this you have with you?
One of the consequences, really.
Don't sell yourself short, Commander. You face consequences all the time.
Ah yes, the unlucky sort. The soldier and her hapless companion. It'll do.
Never seen a grafted trooper in action before, but I'm looking forward to watching you work. Your mission, trooper, is to capture the Protectorate blockade to the north. Their defenses are too great to face head-on, so you'll want to sneak in through the back entrance. We've obtained the entry codes through great effort.
My camera drones will be filming the action from above, so do put on a good show. Blow up a few things, and use Inez's abilities to demonstrate the might of Auntie's choice. Yes?
Oh yes, we demonstrate, alright.
Careful of our scouts. I'd like to see them returned. If you deliver this weapons cache to them and free them, they might offer some aid in the fight.
It is quite the opportunity. Normally, a POW might be written off as shrinkage, an unfortunate, unavoidable loss. But their rescue will be worth far more in publicity.
So what? If I hadn't come along, you all would have left those troopers to rot.
Our motto is to leave no man behind, unless it breaches our contract and promises financial penalties, which this does. Now, take these codes for the back door and go.
Once you infiltrate the blockade, neutralize our foes, and open the gates, our remaining troops will move in to secure the blockade for ourselves. Any questions?
How do I go to the side of the plot?
The drilling crew near the chemical plant is working to punch a path through the mountains. You could use such a path, but for some reason, their job is taking longer than expected.
Or you could go through the Automech production facility north of here. But that's where the scout who brought us the codes lost his life. So proceed with caution and a loaded gun.
Though I trust you may fare better than that poor sod did, I do look forward to seeing you take the fight to the Protectorate. It's about time Auntie gave him a good walloping. Ooh, and spare some time for me after you emerge victorious, won't you? What am I saying? Of course you will! Who wouldn't want to be interviewed for the wireless? Go on now!
This is the blockade we're meant to storm, but we ain't getting in from this side. Ought to find another way around. Auntie's Choice has set up shop somewhere to our south. We pay him a visit, they may just help us reach the lab.
Incoming mortar fire. Agents are advised to duck and cover.
여기 귀찮아.
Trooper Simon, you are showing increased levels of agitation. Is something the matter?
My arm feels like it's on fire. I had no sleep last night, and this damn twitching in my shoulder won't stop.
Have you been observing Dr. Tinsley's protocol?
Ain't much protocol aside from drink water and try not to die. Why do you want to know?
This unit is programmed to look after each member of the crew through around-the-clock observation. Empathy is simulated via a selection of subroutines for priority patients.
Honored to be in your care, Val. It's a parole!
Commander!
banyak bunyi pelik-pelik.
My aftermarket parts are perfect fit with me. You get the claw. This thing's got a mean streak.
Ready to assist with Agent...
Always crabby. Crabble bug.
Resuming hostilities.
Crash. Sesi pakai.
Commander.
Emergency protocols ready.
Time to earn my commission. Rats back in business.
Ini kan
Armed and ready.
Let me handle this!
Back in business.
duty of every protectorate.
You have my attention!
Secure it.
It's the growl!
This unit patiently awaits repair.
Disruptive influences. Stain the system.
Liquid! Back in my... Terrible! We are duty bound to stop them! Lay down! Let me...
Back in business.
Alert. An upgrade module compatible with your Valkyrie unit is nearby.
Speech. Tự balik ini kita upgrade. Kita settlekan tempat ni dulu. Kita loot apa yang boleh kita loot. Kita jual apa yang boleh kita jual. Copyright. RIP ni mula kencing tu kata Uninstall and recover that. Yeah, boy. What's this? Lord. Okay. Message. Okay. Nak baca. Ada satu nak baca lah. New armor, give me this.
Caution subjects. A security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm, remain vigilant, and obey security personnel. Always trust that the Sovereign protects.
There's another one of those suits laying around somewhere. Ah, I want to try it.
Problem is ada orang yang begini.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Attention subjects. The laboratory lockdown has been lifted, and your faith in the Sovereign has been reaffirmed. You may resume normal activities.
Macam kolok punya power armor. Ya, alien ni. Orang ni like kalau kita letak jet pack. Macam tu. Alright, time. Masih untuk jual apa yang patut. Biru hijau boleh jual. jatuh dari tempat tinggi. Dia akan drop. Oh, energy, dia makan energy tu. Let them come. 1 minute.
You're bleeding!
Yeah, drop that spell. Yang tu aku tak ada spell. Sini.
Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander!
Dia makan kat ni. Timing. For left to
At the predicted hour, not a moment too soon, by the look of things, to recover Red Cook, unspoiled by
lagi di sini. lagi ke? I learn. Boleh kuat lagi ke Ines? Tak boleh. Collect lateral. Oh, ni nak beritahu.
Successfully recalibrated.
My aftermarket parts are prize.
Dia kena upgrade ke apa. Selama pakai nama kita dulu masih tahu dia tu. Okay. Jalan belakang.
About to kick the proverbial mantisaur nest. Hope you're ready for your close-up.
Should be
Friendly reminder. Inez has expressed a desire to participate in this action.
yes.
Of course they have Funker Mech. We need to take it by surprise, without alerting the other troopers, mind. Earn my commission. Ready to assist with Agent's health needs.
Where'd they get this now?
Charging! Not quite charged yet! History book. Order in the troops before these
Nice. Automation. But you do more damage to them.
bodies get cold.
Thank you. Oh ni. Tengok dia tu sawawan. Boleh disable map. Tapi what's the fun in that?
Just want to say I'm a big fan of your work.
Dia patah balik.
You came from outside the camp, didn't you? Do you have a minute to take a job? For science, of course.
Kejap. Lah.
Let's have a word with the hero of the moment for the wireless.
Nanti juga lah.
What a show! Auntie will be beside herself when she hears of her shiny new blockade. If you weren't already contracted with Willard, I'd think to hire you for the next news staging.
All in a day's work. You said something about an interview. Well, I got a lot riding on this. You'll make me look good, right?
It's audio only, Trooper. And you're working with a true professional now. Let me work, huh? Relax. Be authentically you, though you'd be wise to throw in a tagline or two. Ready?
Well,
Great! Recording's already begun. I'm here, live at the scene with the fearsome grafted soldier Inez. It's a shame you cannot see this, dear listener, for it is impressive indeed. Inez, your destruction of those dastardly Protectorate troops was awe-inspiring. You must feel like the employee of the month, having brought such a decisive victory to Auntie's choice.
I'm just, doing my part. I joined up because I believed in our mission, to liberate Arcadia. Reckon my actions illustrate that more than anything I could ever say.
She's too modest. She's a born marketeer.
Suppose I do know a thing or two about a pep talk. Given many in my time to troopers suffering injury or boredom.
How wonderful! I hadn't realized Inez here had initiated a recruitment campaign. Truly a lesson to us all. Dear audience, the voice you just heard is that of the soldier's close associate, an eyewitness to the battle and the marvelous carnage littering the land. You also freed some of our troopers from the Protectorate's fiendish grasp. One can only imagine the torture they suffered. Tell us about it. The rescue, in detail if you would.
Look, I did what anyone with an ounce of sense would do. Ain't gonna leave one of my own in such a state. And if I had it my way, I would have acted sooner.
And if they allow you to fight again, you can prevent anyone from getting captured.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I plan on doing everything in my power to bring a swift end to this war, and keep as many civvies out of harm's way as possible.
A heartwarming sentiment, but not too swift an end to the war, I hope. It's good for business, as we all know.
Gosh.
In any case, those soldiers can finally return to their postings again. Now, I have a question about your abilities, Inez. What sets a trooper like you apart from the rest?
These graphs make me stronger. Good in a bind. I know I'm a bit of a curiosity. Ain't too many of us left. But there is so much good we can do with grafting. If we try.
He's right.
I got a plan, see? To start the grafting program up again. The research is promising, and with the right backing, it could be a product that can better the lives of everyone.
Fascinating idea. I think we'd all sleep soundly if we knew more of you were running amok on our behalf. Have you anything else of note to tell our undoubtedly enraptured audience?
This may be good time for the tagline.
Oh, I got one. Ain't just a tested and true product that'll put you over the top. A graft like mine might also get you into orbit.
Ah, I see. A bit of cheeky product placement for Zero-G whiskey. Very well done, you. And that's a wrap. You can go back to slouching or sneering or whatever else it is you do.
Yung marketing. Fine, yeah, so how we do?
Astonishingly well. Rest assured, our listeners will be glued to their radios for all the lurid details, and to hear more of my award-deserving reporting, naturally.
Well, that's a damn sight better than I was anticipating. Willard will have to make good on our deal now. Let's head back and speak with him.
And I will remain here, burdened by the drudgery of war. Farewell.
Yes sir. Kita settlekan ini. Landing pad. Alright, sekarang kita boleh upgrade ni. Kita boleh upgrade Valerie. Energy. Terbeza.
Auntie Cleo and pals deep fried sissy bits.
Strong enemy become weak 5% sooner up to 25 evaluation skill. Interesting. Double. Helmet. Ooh. Ada punya helmet untuk Zyranium armor ni. Yes. Right.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice. Fairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored baseball team, the Auntie Cleo Starlings refused to do it. Series against the Spacer's
So the conquering heroes have returned from the blockade. And by the law, what footage! I have never been so thrilled and appalled by sheer brutality in all my days. You certainly know your way around a soon-to-be dead body, huh? Oh, where are my manners? Commander, Inez, meet our new benefactor. This is the business partner I spoke to you about, and she has graciously agreed to fund our new venture.
Yes, we've met. Now, let's not get overly ahead of ourselves.
Kat mana kita jumpa? Good our job. Surely that's enough.
Put on a show is 40% of the battle. The remaining 60% is messaging.
Well, I'd say these two certainly made our correspondence job easier. Only Auntie herself could have done a finer job at providing sound bites.
Let's try not to exaggerate. It was a fine showing. Now, with her as the face of the brand, we might really have something.
I know I ain't exactly the profile of a business partner, but I know medicine, and I know the potential of grafts more than anyone. You'll not find my experience anywhere.
Perhaps so, but unfortunately I can't be expected to simply take your word for it. How it is. Low-level workers have a certain flair for lying and grifting, whilst concurrently exaggerating all accomplishments and ills.
But we can trust your word as her current supervisor. What sort of performance review might you give this associate?
It's great soldier.
Well, it's easy to go on soldiering when you trust the one giving the orders.
Well, that's a reasonable endorsement. Wouldn't fit in the one-line write-in space for her quarterly appraisal, but I suppose you couldn't know.
Enough of the details. I say we have ourselves a deal. Why wait when your investment is ready to be rewarded?
Indeed. I'll send over the funds immediately so we can get started. Well done. I so look forward to doing business together.
So that's it. We're clear to restart the grafting program, and you'll abide by my demands. No more senseless killing. No more hurting folk.
Of course not. Unless said folk agree to it. Yes, we are at an agreement. Consider this a bonus for your efforts. When the time is right, I will reach out to you for further planning. You have been instrumental, soldier. Inez, well done indeed.
What? No praises for me?
Afraid not. Farewell.
Yay. Alright, settle. Yang ni collectible ni payah nak kena cari sesa benda ni. Ni pun Kristen.
Have time for a chat, Commander?
Yes, of course, I expect. Check.
Willard, Vice President Conan, sent me a message just now about how the investment meeting went. Seems he showed off the footage from the blockade, interview and all, and they all agreed to fund the grafting program and start it up again in earnest. I think we actually pulled this off, Commander. He thought to name myself as an honorary vice president in the program. Can you believe it?
That's great.
After you and I finish what we set out to do for Arcadia, of course. I'd say closing these rifts take priority over a career change. I'm realizing now that I never really imagined something like this was possible after ending my contract like that. Never thought I'd be at the forefront of a military campaign. Never thought I'd be able to change much about Auntie's choice, let alone that I'd want to. But here I am. Reckon you could say I proved myself after all. Thank you, Commander, for everything.
You're welcome.
Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save.
Okay, that's it.
Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Secret weapon or anything?
I feel a little... It stings less now that they didn't help Tausetti. Guess there's a big difference between Fine by me. Sure. Got someone in mind. Fine by me.
Okay, leave it there. Let's go to the next quest. And then kita stop. Akan Saya buat stay dengan Azhar. Alright, kita stop sini dulu. Kita sambung next time pula. Assalamualaikum.